I grew up in a Christian home and going to church regularly, but I didn't really understand what it meant to be a Christian or really what the gospel was. I was highly involved in my church's youth group up until around high school. And in high school, I called myself a Christian and considered myself a Christian, but I didn't do anything that reflected that. I didn't go to church regularly, and I rarely ever prayed. In high school, I was really anxious. I stressed out over everything, especially with school, and it would leave me up at night a lot. I would just sit and think about everything that I wasn't doing and really let that stress eat me. I was really obsessed with living a life that would be pleasing to others and impressive to others. A lot of my goals in high school were revolved around that. I meticulously planned things that I would do in the future in order to live a life that would impress other people. My first semester at Chico State, I ran into a girl from my old youth group named Sophia, and she invited me to challenge and shared the gospel with me. After she shared the gospel, I really felt convicted to pray to receive Christ and commit my life to Him, but I didn't really understand what that meant. I just knew that something in my life needed to change, and I wanted to make that change, but I wasn't quite ready for that yet. It wasn't until summer when I signed up for Chico Project through Challenge that I really saw a change in my life. After a whole summer of resources and student leadership through Chico Project and just being able to spend the whole summer learning about God, I really understood what it meant to be a Christian and what the commitment was that I wanted to make. Throughout the summer, I was growing a lot in my relationship with God. After growing in that was when I finally understood that I wanted to commit my life to Christ. Now, since I've committed my life to Christ, I spend way less time worrying about what I'm going to do in the future. I care less about wanting to impress others and instead wanting to please God and follow the guidance that He has for me. With graduating from Chico State, I don't really know what's coming next for me, which high school me would have totally freaked out about, but I know that whatever's coming next, whether that's grad school or something else that's totally not on my radar right now, I know that it's in God's plan and that God will provide for me.